so we can see the comments. Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
We got Leah.
You drugged me on here. No, I'm just kidding.
She hasn't been on here in a minute since Las Vegas.
Yes, I usually make an appearance every 6 months.
I mean, you can whenever you want. All you gotta do is ask. I just usually do it in the morning when you're asleep because I'm bored and it helps me fill time. So.
Okay, and I'm not waking up at 5 or 4 a.m.
I wake up at 5 every single morning. I have no idea why. My brain snaps me awake at 5 a.m. But at least you're getting up earlier than you used to. So.
Yes.
We still have time to do this in the morning. What's up, y'all?
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
Or whatever time it is, wherever you are.
Yeah.
I think it's, what, 8:30?
8:30 here in Southern California. I'm still having a hard time saying that. I'm always wanting to say here in Vegas. So, anyway.
I have a weird story to share. My background.
Oh.
Yesterday, we were going to the gym, and I had my phone sitting downstairs. And I grabbed my phone to leave, and I looked at my phone background, and it's of my cat, right? But I don't even have that picture. That's not a picture I think I even have in my phone. And if it was, this is an old picture from Las Vegas, because I had to sit and look at it, and I was wondering, where is that even taken at? And then it dawned on us like where it was, and I was like, oh, the kids must have went through my phone and changed it. But they claim they did not do it, and
Murky Metro.
in my photos, there's not even a recent photo of my cat, like that picture. You would think somebody would send it and then save it and then all that. And I even looked at my deleted, it's not there. I don't even know, how does that even happen? I've never used this picture as my background before, nothing. It's just all of a sudden, poof, it was there. I mean, it's a cute picture, but.
Murky Metro, like I said.
Dimension slip, right?
There you go, dimension slip.
Something weird, because I swear it was one of the kids, and either they won't admit it or.
I don't think it was. I mean, yesterday Nevaeh's phone settings were messed up. So, I mean, this kind of stuff happens. Happens to us at least.
But this one's weird.
Sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's not. But I mean,
It must have been the cat. He's like, you make me your background. Hi, Christina? Is that what that says?
Yeah. Yeah, we had to bring Leah on because Leah hasn't been on in a minute. Been about 6 months. How you adjusting?
I'm not really adjusting very well. It just feels weird. It's because the last time I was in California, like living here, it was completely different. I was in a completely different headspace. I was in a completely different location. I have to use GPS to go anywhere around here. So it's very strange, and it's like I have to remind myself, okay, I'm in California, but it doesn't feel like I'm in California. But it's cool to be able to see family, they're not that far away, and just other things are so close by. But like, I have to keep reminding myself, somebody will call us with a 909 number, and I'm like, oh, I know that area code. And then I'm like, wait, no, I'm in California. Silly things like that. And oh, what else is there? It's just taking some time adjusting to this house.
Yeah, the house is very different.
I don't think I realized how much I loved our Vegas house until it was gone. I think for you, it was easy for you to assess and realize, oh my gosh, it's going to be gone and we're not going to be here anymore. And, for you to sit and process all that in your head.
Yeah.
For me, I always process later. So I think I'm kind of still going through like the grieving process, which sounds so weird, like grieving over a home location, but
I went through the same thing. It was hard. It was really hard for me. But also, too, one thing that I pointed out, and I told her this, I don't even know if you've really thought about this that intensely. A lot of energetic shifts have happened since the clock struck 2020. A lot. The first time I ever set foot on California soil was in 2019 when she took me to meet her family. I had never set foot in California before then. And the vibe was very low, very low. And it was a very specific energy that I can't even really put into words, but it was not pleasant. It was not comfortable. I did not like it. And
But you and I were also in a very low vibe state as well, because that's when we were drinking a lot and,
yeah,
you
but
know,
still, I mean, yes, but it was still felt very different regardless
Yeah.
of the headspace that I was in. And I noticed that it still felt like that for the first year that we would come here. And then all of a sudden, we came here and that vibe was gone. And now the feeling here doesn't feel anything like it felt. There's just been a lot of energetic shifts. I don't know if some of the light workers have been working on the grid or if they've just cleaned enough evil up off the planet. I don't know. But it's very different. It feels very different here than it did. And I think that's another thing that you're dealing with that I don't know if you're aware of.
sagey wagey.
Sagey's saying hi. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? What are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I like it. Maybe it's just this area. I'm not a fan of this area.
It's weird. This is a whole big shift. I don't know, I'm kind of starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel because we didn't come here because we wanted to. We came here for some very specific reasons that were primarily focused around my career. And all of that is unfolding exactly as planned. I mean, this was not an easy shift, an easy transition, as I've said before. Lots of challenges, obstacles, and problems from day one.
Yeah, but sorry not to cut you off, but I feel like that's what set the tone. I thought this was going to be an easy process. I was going into it so optimistic and so just, yee, it's going to be so fun. And it's going to be, you know what I mean? And then the day of the move, it was like, oh shit. Universe is like, hold my beer. And it was hell. It's been hell since. So, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
Now,
gotta cut you off.
from the get-go, we started experiencing obstacles.
Oh yeah, so
Like,
many.
One after another, after another, after
And
another.
some layered on top of each other.
After another, after another. But I mean, I seriously, genuinely, as hard as it was, like deep in the pit of my soul, I know that among many things, we've had it too easy for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
For the-
It was way too easy.
Yeah, for the past 3 years, easy breezy. Like, what was the biggest challenge that we would face? The kids being annoying? You know, I mean, that was probably the worst thing that would happen to us is the kids being
Yeah.
annoying and doing something stupid. Other than that, smooth. And you just cannot go through this life without some sort of challenges, obstacles, or problems. And the timeline shift that we're making, you know, and the frequency that we're moving to is such a major jump that every time on my whole path I've ever made a big jump, it's been hard. Been really hard. And compared to some of the other massive shifts that I've made, even as hard as this shift was, nothing compared to some of the transitions that I've been through, where the rug is completely ripped out from under you and everything crashes and burns. You know, this has been annoying. Like I said, I made the analogy that we're climbing the mountain and we got to a place going up the mountain where it was smooth for about 3 years. Now we're going straight up again and there's loose rocks.
Yeah. Well, this could be another learning lesson, I think, for me too, because I like nice things and I like things to be in working order and I like things to look nice. And when things are not like that, inside my head is like chaos and I feel overwhelmed and it bothers me. So moving here, everything was broken, shit's fucked up, like,
Yeah.
and it's like helping me to just take a step back and go inside and be like, find a place where I could still be okay and not let it affect me. but it's a challenge because, you know, we can't really do anything on our own because we're renting. So I can't go fix that door because, you know, there's a dent in it or whatever the case is, you know.
Yeah.
But for us, everything in this house has been broken. Like,
Yeah.
the dishwasher is broken, the sink was broken, the stove's broken, the washer dryer doesn't work that good. The back door was jammed, the windows wouldn't shut. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Yeah.
there was spiders everywhere. Like, fuck, okay, the spiders. I can't do that one. I can deal with a jam door, but I'm not gonna deal with no spiders.
Well, to me, that stuff didn't bother me as much as the principle of the matter. Apparently, we live in a really nice neighborhood, and this is a nice house, but apparently the person that lived here before us absolutely demolished the place and never said a word, never had anything fixed, and they had to come, like, and okay, I get it, that happens, but then in fixing this house up and renting it out, they just half-assed it.
It wasn't cleaned.
They fixed it up enough to take some nice pictures of it, and that was it.
Yeah, no, that was not clean. There was bird poop on one of the lamps, and they left like so much stuff, so that was really frustrating. I'm not gonna go into too much of like all the details because it might be like a lawsuit one of these days. So I'm not really trying to like go into too much detail, but it's not really all that fun. So I'm hoping this is duality because that happens.
It is.
You know, and I have to look at it from a positive perspective because I could sit here and ramble on, but I don't want to sound negative because I do realize it's for a greater good, and it is, you know, kind of like a transitionary period where you have to kind of like go through the lows and then you'll go back up. So,
And this is another perfect example of like the things that I teach people all day, every day, I'm now having to apply to my own life. Like, I got to sit back and just be a teacher for 3 years. And now I'm being put in a situation where I got to take my own advice. And a part of that advice that I give everybody all the time, you are the only one who gets to decide why all this is happening. You're the only one who can do that. And me, as an individual, I'm the only one who can do that. And since we are one unit, one team, it would really help if we could both be on the same page.
yeah.
Why is this happening? That's up to us to decide. If we both just decide, oh, this is all happening to us just because we have bad luck, then that's exactly what it's going to be. But if we decide to say, no, this is the universe teaching us something, what are we learning from this? Then that's how we will grow, evolve, step up out of this, and then put this behind us and never have to experience anything like this again. You know? So, anyway. Yeah. But other than that, though, the reasoning behind why we came here, all the plans are unfolding perfectly. You know, all the career opportunities, which obviously, you know, one of them is working with the Leo King on High Vibe TV. The other one I still haven't revealed yet publicly. We've gotten a couple little, how would you say, signs from the universe that have said, just wait up on that, that's coming. But, you know, as far,
In due time.
yeah, as far as the main thing that brought us here, it's all unfolding
The
beautifully.
main.
Working on High Vibe TV, starting a whole new branch of business that is completely unlike anything I've ever done before. And that in and of itself is a big adjustment too. Going to this TV studio and working with all this professional equipment. I mean, you know, I've never.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's fun. I like it. David's really nice.
Yeah, he's cool. And you know, one of the things that I don't really want to say surprised me about David, but it's just a good thing to see is with him, there is no fakeness to David. That's one of the reasons why I respect him so much, because he is the exact same person on and off camera. There is no fakeness.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. But it's so funny how similar you guys are.
What do you mean?
Remember we were talking about that? I don't know if I'm awake enough to really put it into context, but
Oh,
how he basically speaks like what you're in,
yeah.
how you feel. on the inside about certain things, and because he's the more loud version of you.
Yeah.
And you're the more like reserved version of him.
Yeah.
Because you're the opposites, the
Yeah,
Leo and
yeah.
Aquarius.
Leo and Aquarius. And to me, like I envy like his ability to just have that switch flipped on all the time, because there is a difference between me on and off camera. When I'm off camera, I turn my mouth off and it just all stays up in my head. So when I'm off camera, for the most part, I'm really quiet. And when the camera comes on, it's not a fake personality. It's just that I turn my mouth on. And what's going on in my head, I let it come out of my mouth. So I like flip a switch, turn my mouth on, and start speaking my thoughts. And then when the camera goes off, zoop, I put it all back up in my head, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, he's a very interesting character. Very interesting and fascinating too. Like he boggles my mind.
He's really smart.
Dude, he is so cram-packed with all this fucking knowledge that it like boggles my mind watching him run all this professional equipment and all the researching and studying that he does and all the books he likes to read. And I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he has an upgraded SD card or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
where do I get one of those?
Yeah, so this is a very neat, interesting learning experience.
Yeah. Well, I think I respect that too. I'd rather somebody be like straight up than have to wonder and guess about their intentions or what they're thinking and this and that. So
That's why I hang with fire signs. That's why.
yeah.
There is no guessing really.
Like I was hanging out with my friend the other day and she's like, she'll tell you straight up too, and I love that about her. And we were hanging out and she was getting a little bit flustered because like the dogs were running around, the kids were running around, and I think she was just over like stimulated. And she said that. I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm overstimulated right now, the fucking dogs. I was like, okay. And it's like perfect. I was like, okay, I know what to do, I know how to handle it. I'm gonna put the dogs out, tell the kids to go upstairs. And it was like chill. Got her a little energy drink. And like you gotta appreciate friends like that, because most people will just bottle it in or say, you know, oh, nothing. And it's just, I love that organic friendship where you can be open and honest about something so small and stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. So other than that though, other than all the challenges and obstacles and whatnot, I'm actually, I'm getting to the point, it's almost like me and you were opposite, because
Yeah.
I was struggling with it bad at first. Now, I'm starting to settle in, starting to feel a little bit more at home. I've been able to peacefully close the Vegas chapter and put that back there, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what we're doing now. Cool, right on.
Yeah, you were bad. You were so mean. You were so mean the flight to Vegas. I was just like, ugh.
Well, I didn't know what was, it's really hard because I'd never experienced anything like that before. So I couldn't even process what was going on inside of me. It was the weirdest, most bizarre thing in the world. Like, because I've never experienced stability. My whole adult life, my life has been living by the seat of my pants. And like, wherever I'm living, shit, this is temporary. I don't know, I could end up having to live in a totally new state tomorrow. And I could stay there for a couple weeks, couple months, and then on to the next, and just bouncing. And the closest thing I had come to stability was in Maine, but even there, it wasn't really all that stable. We moved a couple of times in that town. But for the first time in my adult life, I got to kick back, get comfy, be happy, and feel completely 100% safe, secure, and happy for the first time ever. And I fell in love with it. Like I was in love with our life, with our routine, with just everything from our morning routine to, you know, just life. I don't know how to explain it. And I didn't realize it. I didn't realize I had grown so in love with and attached to everything that we had. And then having to break free from that and let go of that felt very similar to going through like a breakup. You ever go through like breaking up with somebody that you would rather not break up with, but you know you have to? It felt very similar to that.
It did feel like that.
That's what it felt like.
But I've never experienced you being like that to me. You were being so cold and like distant from me. Like there was nothing I could even do to make you like crack a smile for like 2 seconds. And then once we got the U-Haul and we started moving things, like you kind of started smiling a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, he's coming around. And then we were saying bye to the neighbors, and then it went all downhill again.
Yeah.
But I've never seen you act like that before, and it was really weird for me because I was like, do I give you space? Do I try and cheer you up? And you're just like, you can't cheer me up. And I'm like, fuck, I know, I can tell. You can't make me be happy.
Well, I didn't even know what was going on.
I was like, dude, let's just we'll make the best of it. It's gonna be fun. It's like you and I get a little getaway for a little bit. We'll just, make it fun.
No, that's like
But it
to
was
me,
not. It didn't
to me
go
that
well.
would be like saying, hey, let's go have fun going to your dad's funeral. We'll get away from the house for a little bit. You get to see your dad one last time and it'll be great. It's like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? No, I don't want to go, That's the way it felt in my
I
mind.
know, but like whenever you're really down, I know I need to like raise my vibe, so we can we can't both be low vibe bogged down
Yeah.
together. Like the other person has to kind of like balance out the other one in a
Well,
way.
I was trying to, I didn't even know what was going on inside of me. So there's definitely no way you can help me raise my spirit if I can't even figure out how to get my vibe right. Because it's up to me. Ultimately, it's my responsibility.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a low vibe, it's my responsibility to say, okay, I got to get myself right. I got to start cheering myself up. And you can help me, but if I'm not doing the work myself, no matter what you do, it's not going to fucking matter.
True.
So-
and at that time, I wasn't even thinking about, oh, we're never going to see the house again. I just saw it as something we needed to get done. And I was detached from the emotions of it because I could put my wall up too with certain things. And that's what it happened. And then now, later on, I start processing all the emotions of it. But in the moment, I just see like, okay, this is what we need to do. This is how we're gonna do it. Boom. Later on, I'll cry about it later.
I think that's a saggy thing,
Yeah, just go. Let's get it done.
Yeah, that fire sign thing where you don't really always think it all the way through. Just bang, this is what we're doing, and then
Yeah.
reflect back on it later, maybe.
Yeah, the reflection part sucks.
Anyway, though, I am feeling pretty positive about it. I'm starting to dig it. The house is starting to come together. It's starting to look more like our home.
Someone says, what does Rich do when Leah is low?
What do I do? Well, first of all, I ask her if there's anything I can do. That's usually the first thing that I do. Is there anything I can do to help you out?
What do I normally say?
It just depends. It all depends. Sometimes no. Sometimes, yeah, help me out with this. Or can you do that for me? Or something like that.
Usually I'll just like go be alone.
Yeah.
If I'm really, really low, I'll just be like, just take care of the kids. I'm gonna go lock myself in the room and just.
She'll just go be by herself for a little bit, and she just needs to be left alone and needs some space, usually, but yeah. I mean, I always offer to see if there is anything I can do. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Like I said, I preach this all the time. The key to a successful relationship is emotional independence.
True.
That's the key. Now, when you're emotionally independent, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do what I can to help you. I will. But ultimately, sometimes there's nothing I can do. So that's when she says, let me just go be alone and be by myself. I'm like, all right, cool.
Sometimes I don't even want to be around myself, Women, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's just, you just hear yourself like bitching and complaining and you're like, oh, I can't stop. So I'm just going to go hide. So I have nobody to talk to and just like bring my cat with me because he can't talk. But anyways, okay. So I know I've spoke on here about going to the Goodwill. I just want to give a PSA. Don't ever go to the Goodwill in Chino Hills because it's absolutely disgusting.
What?
Or is it in Chino or Chino Hills?
I think it was in Chino yesterday. I think.
Ew. We went to the Goodwill and it was nasty.
You didn't tell me that. What was wrong with it?
It was gross. There was nothing good and all the hangers were all messed up and nothing was in order. My OCD was hating me so bad. But I think the best Goodwill is definitely the one in Vegas. That was like shopping at like an actual, like a store.
Yeah.
The one in Henderson or wherever it was. Yeah.
You got to think too. There's a lot of strippers in Vegas, so you see
They got
stilettos.
cute clothes.
You see a lot of stilettos and.
And lots of workout clothes, lots of cute stuff. Here, it's like Frumpty Dumpty, sat on a wall, and disgusting clothes.
There wasn't much cool stuff there. I mean, the whole thing behind like going to a thrift store anyways is just usually the reason that I like to go is because you see shit there that you don't see in stores. Because when you go to a store and buy new stuff, usually that is the fashion designer companies trying to push a style on you.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like
true.
like if you ever notice, you look out and you see what everybody is wearing and what's in style. Well, how'd that start? They just started making it, threw it on the shelves, put that outfit on a couple of models and a couple of celebrities and said, you're gonna dress like this now and you're gonna like it. And the fucking sheep are like, okay.
Well, sometimes it is cute stuff though.
I like to go to thrift stores because it's like, oh no, that's when clothes were actually cool. But this fucking.
Some of the new stuff is weird. Honestly, like Target, I feel like Target has just lost its marbles. I'm just, if you know, you know. Walmart is making a comeback.
Yeah.
I don't shop at Walmart or Target, but like sometimes I'll browse and just see what there is. But Target, they like slipped deep into like the 70s, mixed with like some Granny Goose like on the prairie, and I don't even know what, but I will not buy any of that. Have you seen those gowns?
No. When you're shopping in the clothes, I'm not paying attention to what you're doing. I don't know what girl clothes they have there.
Your favorite clothes are the ones from high school? Okay, I have a jacket that my mom just gave me back because sometimes we share clothes. I have this big coat that I had in high school, and I still have it. Isn't that weird? And then the kids were like, can I have it? And I was like, no, it's nostalgic now, and you're gonna ruin it. Because
Well,
they're not old enough yet. I don't trust them with it, because they'd probably rip it or like get a stain on it. And now it's like, what is that? It's like an antique now, so.
I mean, it is weird if you think about all the stuff you threw away when we first got together.
Why did I keep certain things?
You threw away some things that I would be like, why did you throw that away?
My
But
yearbooks.
Yeah, yearbooks from high school and shit, but you kept.
No, I had every yearbook from first grade. Yes. I know.
Whatever, but you know.
That was a sad moment. Fuck it, I don't need it. Now I'm like, I need it. No, I don't really need it, but I want it. But yeah, and I have, oh my goodness. Is it empty?
Yep. And it's clear, so.
God. I swear, I literally said, don't spill that on my rug, I'll kill you.
It's empty. And no, nothing came out of it.
He spilled it on my rug. Anyways, I have this backpack too. My backpack from high school, I still have that cheetah one.
Yeah.
I will never get rid of that one.
Oh, that's from high school?
Yeah.
The thing we take on hikes?
Yeah, I think I actually got it in ninth grade. Now that I remember. And it's in perfect condition because I take care of my stuff. That's one thing that kills me about kids in this day and age. It's like they just run through shit. Like.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, back in the way older days, things were built or made with better quality.
Yeah.
But not like, you know, when we were, well, you're older, but like when I was in high school, it wasn't, I don't think it was still like that good quality.
It was
So
better.
that's not the excuse of why it's still good, is what I'm saying. Because it's like a, what is it, like a JanSport backpack?
JanSports
Like
were the
everybody-
shit, though.
Yeah, but I don't think their materials have changed over the years.
No. Maybe.
Is it JanSport? I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
The one
Pretty
that
sure.
I have?
I think so. I don't know.
It's still in really good condition, I think.
Anyway, though.
So take care of your things, because memories.
What we got here? Anyway, though.
What else are you guys saying?
What y'all talking about?
What is the shiny thing in my hair? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I got this, I got like these little extension things. Let's see if I can get it. It's like a extension piece, but it's like a blingy thingy. Here, hold my drink. This is kind of hard to do. Let me see if I can get this side. See, it's like a extension piece. It's like a tinsel. Is that what it's called?
Looks like tinsel, yeah. Something you hang on a Christmas
Oh
tree.
my goodness. A Christmas tree.
Yeah. What do you think tinsel is? Where do you think you put that stuff?
I don't know. Anyways, it's like this, but you can straighten it and wash it and all that.
Is it? How
And I
is
have
it
it on
on
both sides.
there?
It's like clipped into it. I tried showing you that this
Oh,
morning.
wow. Okay. So it's just like clamped on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a hair extension.
Wow, that's interesting.
I think the lighting is just bad, but yeah. I think it's cute. And then Amy got one because we did Amy's hair for her birthday. Well, her birthday's this month, but I took her to get her hair done. So she did like the tips of her hair from like here down, purple, and then we put the purple little tinsel thingies in her hair. And it's so cute. I'm like, this is my favorite hair on her yet. I think it's super cute.
Yeah.
Super cute.
And the kids and the cats are adjusting pretty well, quicker than us. The cats adjusted immediately. Soon as we got the furniture in here, the cats were like, oh, this is home.
I guess.
It was weird, bizarre.
Well, they did stay the night here all by themselves.
Yeah, but they hid in the cabinet up there.
No. I think they probably explored a little bit. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading comments here. Oh, I think I already read all those. Anyways, it smells like home. Yeah, we obviously kept their cat toys, so.
Well, when we first walked in this house, it smelled like, well, wood, old wood, because everything
And
is wood.
spiders.
Yeah, and the style of this house, I don't even, Jim called it, he said Renaissance. That was the word he used. And I was like, that's the word. It's like the old Renaissance
I
style.
don't know if it's Renaissance, but I like it because my style is like a Tuscan style, and it goes with everything. Like it's almost like my taste of decor is made for this house.
Yeah, that is interesting. Not what I would have picked, but
I think, but like once we put more of our stuff in here, it comes together really well.
yeah, it's starting to.
And we're not done yet. We still are unpacking very slowly.
Yeah, and not only that too, but it's smaller because our Vegas house was 3,500 square foot, and this is 2,100. But I think the backyard makes up for it. The backyard is like a fucking oasis back there. It's huge. We keep discovering all these new kinds of plants back there. We got strawberries growing back there, avocados, lemons, and all these different colors of roses.
Yeah, yeah.
Orange roses and pink
Red
roses.
and every
Yeah.
color. I think that's cool.
Yeah. So, and I get to play with plants now that we live in Cali. That makes me happy.
Remember the cactus obsession? Well, it's the same as that, but now
I mean,
more expensive.
I still kept some
Bonsais.
cactuses, and I got a few bonsais out there.
All your freaking cactuses we had to like smuggle across the border.
Yeah. I got rid of most of it. I went through and I was like, all right, what plants am I keeping? And I just kept the strongest ones that survived the most and grew the best. And yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we have a pool already, so.
Yeah, big old nice pool back there.
Yeah, and there are like a bunch of farms around here, so I think that's Bonsai Boss, the cactus smuggler. That's funny. I do like that there's a bunch of like farms over here so we can get organic stuff because I really wanted to move somewhere. Like, what is that?
Rural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of farms around here.
I wanted to move like east or in the middle of the map.
Like
Somewhere
she wants
where
to
there's
live in the
farms.
country.
I want to live in the country so bad. So that is actually like perfect living here because there are farms, but we're
Yeah.
far enough that we don't smell the cows.
Yeah, and it's weird because of all the places in California, this little city gives off a really small town kind of vibe. Very similar to the little city I grew up in southern Indiana, very similar. I didn't expect that for Southern California. Because every time we'd ever come here before, places like RSM and whatnot, it's real crowded, just like Vegas, basically. But here in this little town, it's really not. It's not crowded. When we go shopping at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, it's not shoulder to shoulder, you know, a zoo inside. Like in Vegas, it was so insanely crowded.
I guess we could bring that closer.
So
You were right.
Anyway, though.
Yeah, I like that. I don't have to, you know, have cart wars in the milk aisle.
Yeah.
Move over.
It's like trying to pull out into traffic. You get to the end of the aisle, and there's all these people, and it's just like, you're like a car waiting to pull out into traffic.
It really is. Like, they need to put little lights.
Little stoplights in there, yeah.
I don't miss that. I'm not gonna miss that. I do like being able to go places on the weekdays and it's not crowded.
Yeah. But now, well, I don't know. See, in Vegas, I think we've calmed down a lot too, because we used to get bored and have to do something every single weekend. And now we're not really that restless. Not as restless as we used to be.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, all we gotta do, we can just drive to the beach.
True. The girls they love their school. On the first day of school, they got showered with so many like notes and stuff from everybody being so welcoming to them. Mm-hmm. It was really a relief because I was nervous. I was like, oh, I hope that, you know, they can make friends and everything. They were down to move. They were not against moving. They kept being like, are we gonna move? We want to get out of Nevada or Vegas and this and that. But they had friends in Vegas, and I feel like Nevaeh did one of my moves because she wanted a new bedroom. That was like her biggest thing. She wanted to move because she wanted a bigger bedroom. And once it was like the night before we were actually moving, she was like, Leah, come in my room. And she just broke down crying, and I had to hold her for like 30 minutes. And she's like, I'm never gonna see my friends again. And I was like, well, yeah, so I've been trying to tell you, and you've been all excited about it. You haven't even thought about your friends. And she's like, I know, it just hit me. And I felt so horrible. So I just like held her, let her cry, get it out. And just told her, I was like, you'll make more friends. It's gonna be okay. And she has like their phone numbers at least. But so moving here, I was like, I hope they can make friends quickly. And they did. So it seemed like they were welcomed with open arms, like by a lot of people. They were just like, I have this many friends. This person's my friend. This person's my friend. Look at all my notes. And like Amy had a bunch, like 10 different little notes from these kids. And these kids here are advanced.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was gonna
smart. Say. Like, and they would make them like origami things or like little envelopes out of, and their handwriting is literally like a font. And these kids are like in 5th, 6th grade. Yeah. Amy's friends are 5th grade.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, it's very advanced. Like I told them on one other chat, this town is predominantly Asian.
They're smart.
Yeah. It's like we went and it's like 90% Asian. And even the school system is so much more advanced than Vegas. I didn't expect any of that from California. I heard so many nightmare horror stories about the school systems here. And maybe it's just this particular school here, because I did read that it was rated one of the top school systems in California. But they're advanced. Like, they got so much more homework. The stuff that they're learning is so much harder.
Nevaeh has homework every night. She actually has to study maps of, you know, different countries every week. And she's not used to that. She comes home with, like, homework from different subjects she has to do, which is, honestly, I don't know how I feel about that, because they spend, how many hours at school a day? Like 7 or something like that. And then they have to come home and then study all night long. Like, they need time to, you know, decompress too. But I think it's a good little wake-up call for her, because she's going to be in middle school again next year. And I'm like, it's gonna get harder. So.
Yeah, it was weird because in Vegas, they have 6th grade in the middle school. So we moved here, and then she went back to elementary school for the last 2 months. So she went from middle school back to elementary, and then she's going back to middle school again next year.
Yeah.
So
Poor thing.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna get a break. I was like, well, at least you're going back to elementary. It should be easier. Oh no. It was hard. It's harder for her, but she's pushing herself and she's like, I don't even know how to study. And I'm like, what the hell did Vegas even teach them? Nothing.
Nothing really. I mean,
So I taught her how to study maps. I was like, you don't really need to memorize the words of the countries. Just make a little song about it, or like use part of the word to turn it into this, like, I don't even know how to explain it, honestly, without showing you, but that's how I memorize things. So I think I hear her upstairs in her room, like singing little songs that she's made up.
no. Yeah, well, at their school, they do have like 3 recesses throughout the day,
I think they do, yeah. But still, I'm like, that's too much homework for elementary. I can't even imagine what high school is going to be like.
Well, I mean, like I said, I really strongly feel like because this city is predominantly Asian, there's going to be a lot of their culture here in this. And that's how it is over there. That's how they do in China.
Yeah.
Like them kids, dude, they doing like calculus and shit when they're kids.
I think we're going to have to go.
Are the people here?
I'm not sure.
We're waiting on somebody to come here and change out the stove.
I don't see anybody. I thought I saw a reflection.
Yeah. Anyway, though, yeah. But
yeah, they're supposed to be here like 9:30 to, was it 9 to 9:30 or 9:30 to?
what you said between 9 and 11. What time is it? 9:13. Well, what's the plan for today? We haven't even talked about our plan for today.
I did tell you about my plan.
Well, other than that, so they're gonna come here. They're gonna hook up the stove, and then
I'm getting my nails done
oh,
at
when you,
11.
when you want to go to the gym? Now?
No, I said, meh.
Oh.
I don't know, I guess later.
Okay.
I need to get my nails done and my toes.
Didn't you already get your toes done?
It's been 2 weeks and they're already hurting me.
Okay.
Because I get ingrown toenails and it hurts to work out.
Well, I guess I'll just go over. Do you know my reading times?
Oh yeah, you probably are late. No,
Late?
just kidding. You have 2 12 p.m.s.
2 12 p.m.s. Okay. Are they fulls or minis?
Full.
Okay.
And then you have a 4 a.m. that you gotta do tonight.
Okay, so I'll do those while you're gone, and then I'll do some main channel. How long do you think you'll be gone?
You guys have to listen about our day, sorry.
Well, it's behind the scenes. This is how we do. How long do you think you'll be gone?
Probably like 2 hours. Hopefully not more than 2 hours.
And that's enough for me to get 2 full personal readings and 2 main channel regular sign videos done. That's
Good.
2 hours of work.
And then you'll be done working and then, yeah.
No, because I'm gonna, if I get that much done early, I still have a 4 a.m. to do, so I'm gonna do that and maybe 2 other regular sign videos before I go to bed.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, y'all are hearing this because we didn't get to have this conversation yet this morning. 2 Virgo moons, we gotta plan our day out, you know?
Life. Hula.
What's the plan for the day? What are we doing? What are we getting done?
Yeah.
2 Virgo moons, Aquarius and Sagittarius.
And then 12, 1. And then, I don't know, we gotta go get the kids at a certain time. I don't want to say what time.
Okay. Anyway, what y'all talking about? Yeah, we're gonna have a good day. Yeah. Well,
And then...
the day isn't really. I wouldn't say the day's really unfolding, but we're planning for it. We're making the plan, and it goes so fast.
Oh my goodness.
We sit and we make the plan, and that little bit that you just heard us rattle off. Where does everything else go in between all that?
I don't know, but I still have chores I have to do too. I have a whole cleaning list that I have made out for the whole week, and I didn't even get to do any of it yesterday.
We still have a mountain of cardboard stacked
Oh
up
my goodness gracious.
from all the boxes.
And every
from
time
moving.
somebody comes over and fixes something, they leave us another box.
Yeah, they leave the
because they don't
trash.
clean up their shit.
So we got, and we probably have, how many would you say? Maybe 20 boxes that haven't been unpacked?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so we're probably going to be spending the majority of the rest of this year still getting settled in.
Well, I hope not, because we're having a birthday party here for Amy, and we're gonna have people over. So that's like really encouraging me to get things done, but it's hard because we don't have a place for things. And that's kind of like my dilemma, is like, where I want this thing, but I have nowhere to put this thing. So it just sits in the box.
I had to take
I don't know what to do.
like all the stuff that was in my office, my studio in Vegas. I had to take a whole big extra large box and fill it up with all the stuff that I got to get rid of and just throw away. So my studio now is tiny. It's little. So there's not nearly the room for the stuff in there that in my studio in Vegas. So it's just one of them things, downsizing, going kind of more minimalistic than we were. But yeah.
I like it. I kind of like the smaller home vibe. I think I'm not really a big fan of the all hardwood floor. I feel like I have to I'm constantly vacuuming. I'm constantly seeing cat hairs everywhere. Yeah. I think I need a Roomba. A Roomba.
Goofball. Anyway, though.
I need one that climbs the stairs too. Do they do those?
I don't think so.
If I have one upstairs, is it gonna roll down the stairs, or does it have a sensor? It's like, oh,
It has a sensor.
danger, don't
They
go
have
down there.
AI technology that can scan the room and sense everything. But
Interesting. All right, well, we can wrap it up here.
you ready to roly-poly-oly?
Sure. I need to go vacuum
All
for
right.
the
Well,
time.
We gonna get our day started, y'all. We just wanted to get in and touch base, and Leah had to say hi because she hasn't in so long because
Hi.
she's always so busy. She just hangs out in the shadows and runs the whole operation in the shadows. So she's gotta
I'm like a Roomba.
she's gotta pop up and say hi from time to time. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, you guys.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.